Hi, thanks for tuning in today. Today I want to do a video about why I like keeping physical books, why I like having regular, normal physical books. Today there's so many options that are available for people who love digital books. There's Kindle, there's Logos Bible software, there's Olive Tree, and I think all of those things have a place. But I have a particular love for physical books, and I want to share those with you right now. So at the beginning of this video, I want to make it clear that by saying I love physical books, it doesn't mean that I don't use digital books. In fact, I do a lot of my reading on my iPad, and I appreciate good Bible software like Logos and Olive Tree and things like that. But I have a love for, especially when I'm reading my Bible, my actual Bible, I like having just a regular Bible, leather bound. I like the way it feels. And one of the reasons, so let me give you my first reason why I like a regular, what they call now a dead tree book, is because I like the way that I can engage with the text. When I'm reading a paper Bible, or if I've got, a Greek New Testament that is, a leather bound Greek New Testament, something like that. I don't know what it is, but there's something about that, something about the way that I can engage with that text. It's just particularly more meaningful to me. I don't know, I feel like I'm more absorbed into the text. So the first reason I'd say I like having, for my Bible or my Bible studies, why I like having physical books is I just feel more engaged in the text. I feel more connected to the text. It feels, when I'm reading my Bible on my iPad, I don't even really feel like I'm reading my Bible too much, and that might just be a personal thing, but I would say the first reason for me is engagement. I feel more engaged with the text I'm working with than I do when I'm just doing, like a digital book. Now, there's actually, again, some science about this. I read an article where it was talking about how they did a study with college students, and there's a lot of college students that are out there, which just might surprise you because, this younger generation, a lot of college students say they prefer working with a physical book. So that'd be number one. Reason number one would be engagement. So reason number two is I like the history that you have with the text. This is a Bible that I used for about 13 years, and it doesn't bother me that in some ways it looks like it's kind of falling apart. I don't mind that there's a little tape there to hold the block together, but I've got so much history with this. I mean, when I was doing my study of the chronology of the Bible, I've got all my notes from that. That was a particular, I remember that month, those several months of study that I put into there, and there's that research that's there. I remember even particular pages of this Bible, like in, I remember when I did a really detailed study of Galatians. I've still got all those notes there. Maybe I've changed my mind on some of those things, but there's that history of engagement. And let me show you something else too that happens with a physical book that you don't get with a digital book. And hang on just a second. So this is a Bible that my mom gave to me, and she actually wrote in there, and this is from 1998. I was just an early teenager, and she put some notes in there, and it was September 3rd, 1998. She put in there, "This night in our home devotions, my son Steve Hackett preached his first sermon, and the first time I realized he has a call on his life." And that's just something special. You can't get that with, you can't have those little notes and things in there in a digital book. So there's that history that you have with the text. And in this Bible, like I said, that I used for a long time, there's even a page in here where I remember where I spilled water on it. I remember where I was sitting, And I don't know, there's just a history of engagement. One of the things that I started to do, I got this idea from another YouTuber, Matthew Everhard, who does a lot of Bible reviews. But I started here this year. This is one of my Greek New Testaments. I took this on a trip that we took not too long ago, and I kept a little bit of a travel log. None of those things are things that you can do with just a digital book. So reason number two that I would say that I still love paper books, dead tree books, is the history that you can have for those. Okay, reason number three I would say is I think you can do better notes with a paper Bible or a paper book. I know Logos has got some really good options that are out there as far as note taking and a lot of things, but there's just something about being able to take pen to paper and make your own notes in your own Bible or Greek New Testament. I've got a Greek New Testament where I've got some notes that I've taken, and you can see I've drawn lines here. A lot of people don't like writing in their books, but there's just a way that you can kind of interact with a text that's kind of hard. Let me show you one other, my Greek New. Here's another one that I have, and just as I'm starting to read through the Greek New Testament, these notes that you can take, and they're actually on the actual page. I don't know, there was, when I was reading through Philippians especially, there are a lot of good things that I got out of the text there. And just being able to have those notes that are actually on the page itself, I don't know, that's just an amazing thing that you can do, which I haven't been able to replicate on any kind of digital interface. So number three I would say is note taking. You can do number notes. Four, I have read that there are studies out there that actually your comprehension is better with paper books physical books as opposed to digital books. So honestly, for me personally, I just like having them. I don't know if I comprehend better or not, but there is some good research out there that says that you actually comprehend a little bit better with using a physical book as opposed to a digital book. So, another good point in favor of physical books. So the next reason I would say is that you can pass down physical books in a way that you can't pass down digital books. So, I've brought this Bible out several times, but, I have a feeling that one day, and I hope, that I make a good enough impression on my children, that they love me enough, that being able to pass down a Bible like this to them is something that later on they would treasure. So I would say physical books make good gifts, and good. There's a legacy that kind of gets wrapped up in physical books that's just not there with digital books. And the last reason I'll mention here today, again, this isn't something I've given a whole lot of thought to, but a little bit, but it's definitely easier on your eyes, and this is something that I've been bad about. I've a lot of times been reading on my iPad because it's a lot more convenient. Well, that actually makes it harder to go to sleep at night as well. So good physical books, better on your eyes, better for comprehension. History, you've got a history of that book. You've got memories that are associated with that book. You can use physical books as heirlooms, things that you can pass down, and a lot of better note-taking with physical books. So those are some of my top reasons for preferring, at times, not all my reading. I'm not even going to say the majority of my reading, but I think it justifies having a physical library, having actual books that you can hold in your hand. I think there's some value in that. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you have a Bible or a book that you just prefer having in a physical form, leave a comment down below, let me know. And as always, don't forget, if you want to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be trying to put out some content that hopefully is of value to you. Thanks again for watching.